The Queen welcomed the Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison to Windsor Castle for a rare face-to-face meeting. On arrival, he complimented Her Majesty on her diplomatic skills at last week's G7 summit, which saw the royal family attend engagements with world leaders in a royal charm offensive. The Australian Prime Minister told the Queen, "You were quite the hit, everyone was talking about you at dinner." Her Majesty replied, "Oh Lord, were they really?" To which he teasingly said, They were thrilled to see you." The Australian leader is currently on a visit to the UK to negotiate an Australian-UK trade deal with Boris Johnson. He then went on to the royal residence to greet the Queen, who is also the monarch of Australia. Beaming Queen offers rare glimpse inside Windsor home as she meets Australian PM in person. She greeted him in a yellow floral dress and instructed that they pose for photographs against the backdrop of the Oak Room. This engagement comes after a busy weekend for Her Majesty, which saw her attend multiple in-person engagements for the annual G7 summit. On Friday, she hosted a reception at the Eden Project in Cornwall for the 7 world leaders and leading CEOs from the business world leaders. She was also accompanied by other senior members of the royal family, including the Prince of Wales, the Duchess of Cornwall and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. This was followed by a private meeting with President Joe Biden and his wife Jill Biden on Sunday afternoon, when they joined her for afternoon tea at Windsor Castle. The U.S. President was greeted with a guard of honor formed of the Queen's Company 1st Battalion Grenadier Guards, followed by the U.S. national anthem. The meeting was a success, with the President overstaying his scheduled time by 10 minutes. Later, in a press interview, he spoke of the Queen's generosity and graciousness. Queen to miss beloved royal ascot for second time in 69 years, Royal Insider speaks out Princess Anne glamorous for rare night out as she puts on brave face after divorce news. Queen snub sparks backlash against Joe and Jill Biden, "Don't they have manners?" He also said, "I don't think she'd be insulted, but she reminded me of my mother." In terms of the look of her and just the generosity. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the Queen has scaled back the number of her in-person meetings and has instead undertaken several online engagements. Her meeting with President Biden also signaled her first personal meeting with a world leader since the death of her husband Prince Philip. Their meeting comes the day after the Queen returned from Cornwall to Windsor to mark her official birthday with a scaled-back version of Trooping the Colour. It was the second year in a row that the military parade was reduced and was moved from central London to avoid attracting crowds.